Hi, welcome to Glow's Kindred Kitchen, and I'm Glow. Well, today is a great day. We have a very special visitor here, and it's our daughter, Elizabeth.
Hi.
And she came here for Thanksgiving, and of course, whenever she comes to visit, I always let her select what she would like for us to cook. And one of the dishes that she has selected is...
King Crab Newburg.
Yep. So we thought we would share this with you. I actually last year had shared with a couple of friends that I would do this year. So this is just perfect timing. So this is a recipe that actually my dad found in a Better Homes and Gardens cookbook years ago, like in the 60s. And he thought it would be really good. And so him and my mother made it, and it's just become a family favorite. And this is the recipe that we had printed off. It has very basic ingredients. And let me put my glasses on so I can read them. So it's actually called Lobster Newburg, but we've always done the crab and the lobster. Sometimes we'll even include like scallops and shrimp or whatever, but definitely the star of this is the lobster and the crab.
And it's not always king crab, it can be another crab.
You're right. In fact, today we're using snow crab. King crab right now is very expensive here in the United States. So I got snow crab. We went up to the store and got it, and yesterday I shucked it, and I also removed the lobster out of the lobster tails. And so I have 2 lobster tails here and about 4 cups of crab meat, snow crab meat. And to that, we're going to be adding in 1 cup of butter, and we're going to melt it in here. And Elizabeth, in fact, if you want to start putting that in that pot so it will start to melt, that would be great.
Do you want the whole stick?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 sticks of butter equals 1 cup. So each stick is a half a cup. So with that, there's 4 beaten egg yolks in the regular recipe. So we're doubling today. So this is 8 egg yolks. I find that it's a lot easier to prepare everything ahead of time. So you can just put it all in your pot or your bowl, whatever you're going to be doing. It also calls for half and half or light cream, 4 cups. So I've got 4 cups right here. It calls for lemon juice, 2 teaspoons, well actually 4 teaspoons because we're doubling. And so I have a lemon here. And that's it. And then we are going to, after this is cooked, what we do is we cool it off and let it set in the refrigerator at least for a couple of hours. The next day is actually the best. So this is a really good recipe to make, like if you're going to entertain, because you can do it the day before and then just warm it up the day of the event. And let's see if there's anything else we need to do at this point. Oh, and flour. Because what we're going to be doing with the flour is we're going to be thickening and making like a light roux. But you don't want to brown the flour. It's just to thicken it up along with the egg yolks. So anyway, we're going to let this go ahead and melt for a little bit. And we'll be back and we'll continue on.
Sounds good, Miss Glow.
Okay, so our butter now has melted, as you can tell. And Elizabeth now is going to be, I'm going to turn this down to low. And Elizabeth's going to be adding in the 1/4 cup of flour. And that's just all-purpose flour. Okay, thanks. So she's going to stir that to combine real nice and get blended in there. And if she feels like she needs a whisk, we have one right here in case she needs it.
Is it supposed to clump?
We need to get the clumps out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might grab the whisk.
Yep, that's fine. Yep, just put that right there. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I have 4 cups of half and half here. So I'm going to slowly pour that in as Elizabeth's stirring, and you can use that whisk, that's fine. And with this particular recipe, you do not want to brown the flour. Okay, so she's just gonna stir for just a little bit there, and then we're gonna be coming back and stirring it occasionally, but the goal here is we need this to thicken up a little bit and warm up well, and then we're gonna be adding the egg yolks. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, and then we'll go on to the next step.
Sounds good, Miss Flo and Little Miss Flo.
Well, we have been cooking this now for probably, what would you say, Elizabeth, about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yep. And you can see that the steam is starting to come up. We've had this on medium. Remember, my burners cook high, but when you turn up your burner, make sure that you're watching this because you don't want this to scald. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of this, I was going to say broth, and it's not broth. It's a cream sauce. And I'm going to add this to the egg yolks, and I'm going to temper them. The reason I do that is you do not want these eggs to scramble. And I'm speaking from experience. Yes, I have scrambled eggs before in cream sauces, and
Oh,
you don't
come
want
on.
that.
Come on, I could go for a couple of scrambled eggs right now.
Well, you don't want that in this. So let me add a little bit more. So when you temper eggs, what you're doing is you're warming them up so that it's not a shock to them when you're putting them into the sauce.
So they don't start frying.
No, it would be more like
Or
scramble.
cooking, I mean.
Okay, so now we're ready to add. And you add it very slowly. And so I'm going to just hold it up here and pour it in as Elizabeth constantly stirs it in. So Elizabeth, what is your favorite dish to make?
I am more of a baker, so one of my favorites is a chocolate chip banana bread muffin.
Oh, yum.
It's made with Greek yogurt. And then I also really like cooking your pies. I get asked to make them a lot by friends. And then I also like your biscuits and gravy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's another one that a lot of people ask for us to cook when they come home or to visit is biscuits and gravy, and of course the pies. You're right.
Yeah, she has the best pie crust recipe.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's really good.
So how's that coming along there? You can see how that's
Starting to
thickening up.
up.
Yeah, you need to turn that burner down, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Feel free to do so.
Getting a little bit of bubbles.
Yeah. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to be adding our seafood. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been almost 5 minutes. And now what I'm doing is I'm cutting up this lobster tail to put in there. And I just removed it from the shell of the lobster tail. And a little trick, after I removed the shells off of the crab meat and the lobster, I put those in a bag, all those shells, and I'm going to use that to make a stock for a soup later on. So if you have, room in your freezer for stuff like that, by all means save it. It makes the most delicious soups. These cooking shears, they come in real handy for stuff like this. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add this in. I'm sorry to reach over you, Elizabeth. Go ahead and keep on stirring. I'm sorry.
A lot of crab.
Yeah.
That's the way we like it. Thick and rich. Must be getting thick. She changed her grip.
So that's all there is to this dish right now. So we're gonna cool this down and put it in our refrigerator for a few hours, and then this will be ready for dinner in about 5 hours. So, or tomorrow. But we're gonna go ahead and eat it tonight. So we'll see you back tonight, and we're gonna be adding some lemon juice to it, and which I have right here. And one little trick about lemon juice is before you squeeze your lemon, put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds to warm it up, and then you roll it on your counter, and then you will use your reamer to get the juice out. You'll get about at least twice the amount of juice as you would if you didn't do that. So anyway, we'll see you back in about 5 hours, and can't wait to eat this. How about you, Elizabeth?
I'm very excited.
I am too. How about you, Richard?
Oh yeah, I could eat it right now.
Smells really good already.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll be back in 5 hours.
See you later.
Well, we just took the biscuits out of the oven, and this is ready for us too, the Newburg. And it is so delicious, you guys. We've all tasted it, but we tasted it before we put the final ingredient in, which I'm going to let Elizabeth put in. And it's 4 teaspoons of the fresh squeezed lemon juice. So we had this sitting in the refrigerator for about 5 hours. And the reason I prefer to do it this way or overnight is so that all of those flavors meld together. I mean, it is delicious regardless, but I think it's even better like this or the next day. So we're going to go ahead and put this together, and we're going to show you exactly the way we serve it. There are a couple of different ways you can serve it, but I want to show you the way that we do. So I'll be right back. Hi. So now we're going to assemble this together, but I wanted to share something with you first. When we get done putting the crab and the lobster in this in the early afternoon, I had forgotten to tell you that I did put the salt in it at that point, and it's a half a teaspoon of salt. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you how we assemble this. So you break your biscuits apart. We use biscuits. You can use tarts or whatever you have on hand for this. But we have always served this on biscuits, so that's the way we do it.
Could even use a cream
But
puff.
we're Southern.
You can use a cream puff if you want.
So I'm going to go ahead and just pour this over these biscuits. I got to tell you, this is so good. Can't wait to try it. Then what we do is we put a little Old Bay on it.
Old Bay seasoning.
And not a lot, at least not for me. Now, I know others that do load it up with Old Bay, but I prefer to taste the crab and the lobster and the sauce with it as well. So Elizabeth, are you ready to try this?
Yes, I am.
So I am so glad she chose this as one of the dishes that we would make when she came home.
Very good.
It's so velvety, and you can taste that crab and that lobster and those fresh made biscuits. I gotta tell you guys, this is a winner. What do you think, Missy?
It's really, really good. Haven't had it in years.
So good. I make this at least once a year for our family. And if you want to invite people over for dinner and you can't decide what to make, this is it. I'm going to tell you, as long as they like seafood, they're going to be like, when's dinner next time? Because this is that good. So anyway, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad you came for Thanksgiving.
No, I'm glad to be home too. No.
And for joining us, and also for selecting this as one of her dishes. This is so good.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video.
Yep, so if you've enjoyed this, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do. We would really appreciate it, and share with your family and friends. I'm sure they would really enjoy having this recipe in their home as well. So anyway, take care, and again, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, welcome to Glow's Kinder Kitchen.
Oh, this is not going to go well. This is not going well from the start.
We can do a blooper.